Hi everybody, and good afternoon to all fans of English grammar, sentence diagramming, and/or cryptic crosswords. What I have here for you are 11 cryptic crossword clues diagrammed using the Reed-Kellogg sentence diagramming style. Now, why did I do this? I really don't know. It was mostly out of boredom, a little bit of curiosity, and also because my own students are approaching their grammar final exam, which does include a fair amount of diagramming knowledge. But I was curious to see if there were any patterns that emerged when I took a handful of cryptic crossword clues and diagrammed them out, just to sort of get a visual look at the pattern. And nothing really jumped out, to be quite honest. I noticed that 3 out of these 11 clues have the word is. When used as a helping verb, it's omitted. I do have one is as a linking verb that's kept in place. Oftentimes in cryptic clues, you will have an implied subject. So you'll see a couple of these have the you in parentheses, which is just an implied subject. Maybe there's more participle use than in average sentence writing, but nothing too obvious, overt, or really too interesting is jumping out. But perhaps other clue writers who are sort of experts in this particular type of grammar, and that would be like the cryptic clue style grammar, might notice patterns or might have noticed patterns along the way in their writing journey, for lack of a better word. Also, we have answers to these 11 clues, and I'm just going to go with the downs first. So the first clue, 2 down, says, Pa chopped first wife up with hatchet, 3 letters. There's a charming image for you. So if you chop pa, you can get an P or an A. In this case, we're going to get the A. First wife is X, EX, and if you make that go up, because it's a down clue, you would get XE, and therefore we would get the word axe, which means hatchet. Number 3 is interesting because this one has no verb at all. It's just sort of like a descriptor. Dumb, motherless, native. And another word for native could be idiomatic, like one's native sort of casual way of speaking. And if you take the ma, the MA for motherless, out of idiomatic, we end up with something meaning idiotic or dumb. Number 4, seek recompense from girl. So to seek recompense from, one way to do that is to sue, and a girl could also be sue. So this is a double definition clue. 5 down, we have demographic absorbing blame, and this is a hidden word clue. And if you look inside the word demographic, you see another word for blame, which is the word rap. 6 down. I like the sound of this. I don't really know what it means, but I kind of like this one. Marks reportedly an average mark. The answer here is C, S-E-E, and one way to see something is to mark it or to make note of it. And an average mark or an average grade is a C. And reportedly is a homophone indicator saying that the answer is something that sounds like C, and S-E-E does sound like the letter C. Number 8, a slippery character, penny leaving banana skin, 3 letters. We're going to take the penny out of the word for banana skin peel. We're going to remove the P because penny can be formally in a dictionary abbreviated to a P. And we're going to take the P out of peel and get a slippery character or eel. And this one was somewhat interesting to diagram just because this is somewhat of a rare construction as far as a question and then a partial response answer. So this one was a little bit trickier to diagram. We have in a positive character renaming the subject penny and blah blah blah. Number 9, Polish papa shunning daughter for firstborn. Here we have papa could be dad, D-A-D, and if we shun daughter in preference for firstborn, we would be putting a B in place of the D, and instead of dad, we would have dab, or another word for polish. Number 1 across. Turnover made from setsi in Azerbaijan is nuttiest. That is disgusting and perhaps delicious. Turnover is indicating that some sort of reversal or flip around is happening here. And then from setsi in Azerbaijan is something that is also known as nuttiest, and that is the word zaniest. So if you look inside setsi in Azerbaijan, you can see a reversal of the word zaniest. And this clue is a little bit poorly constructed, but all the parts are there. It's just a little bit out of order, I think. Number 5, Sybil, embracing criticism, returns and repairs house. Another word for Sybil or a Sybil is seer, SEER, and that is returning backwards, and it is embracing criticism, or DIS. So if you take seer with dis in the middle and return it backwards, you can get a word for repairing house or residing. So this says repairs house, and we'll keep the tense consistent, so resides or resides is the answer for 5. Number 7, add zest to liquid diet for hormone stimulator. So add zest to could be pep as a verb, and then liquid diet is the word diet anagrammed. So those letters are moving around in a liquid style into the word tide, and if you combine pep and tide, you get peptide or a hormone stimulator. 10 across, dummy infiltrating someplace boring. Silly little sentence. And inside the phrase someplace boring is a word for dummy, and you could see placebo is waiting there in between someplace and boring. And there we have it, 11 sentence diagrams, a mini crossword puzzle, and a video that I decided to make, and I still don't know why. Either way, I hope you have a nice day.